Guys, this is RBR Short Films 13, aka Ren, and today I'm doing a video basically celebrating uh 15 years. 15 years. Wow. Since I filmed my first short film slash fan film because uh it was my first short film, but it was also a fan film. So wow, 15 years. Yeah, so I was 14 when I filmed Halloween November 1st, and it was on November 1st, 2009. And it was I was staying at a motel with my mom and my sister Cassidy and one of our old friends Kenny. And uh, the next day, we were all at the motel, and we were just like bored, and we just came up with this idea like, hey, let's make a fan film. And it just was, it kind of came out of nowhere. It just happened. There was no script. There was no, um, like, it wasn't like all my other movies where, most of my movies where there was a story, there was a plan for the movie to be made. I did not know I was going to be making Halloween November 1st. Because when I first created my YouTube channel, I wanted to make a Scream fan film because I was trying for a long time. Like I filmed, I tried to make a Scream fan film originally, like way before 2009, and uh, it didn't work out. So I that's when I made Haunting of a Ghost Face, and that was 2011. So I made that film after November 1st, November 2nd. But November 1st, I was surprised when I made the movie because I thought my first fan film on YouTube was going to be a Scream fan film. That was kind of my introduction to my channel and my content um, and everything, um, and also introducing like what I could do as a filmmaker then and what I knew how to do. The movie was very um, educational. I learned a lot making it, and it was really um, fun. And that's what I remember really making it. Was a lot of fun. There was no drama. There was no yeah, nothing went wrong on that movie, and I'm really grateful I can look back at my first short film, fan film, and say it was a great filming experience. Nothing, there was no drama on that movie, and uh, it doesn't. I wouldn't say the movie holds up. I mean, it already wasn't the best fan film when the movie came out, but it got a lot of responses. I remember I wasn't expecting that because I filmed it in on November 1st, 2009. November 1st, 2009, and just a month later, I uploaded it to YouTube on December 4th, 2009. So December 4th, 2009 will mark officially 15 years since I uploaded my first fan film. Because I did edit the movie for a while. Um, I never edited a movie before, so that was very interesting. But the way I filmed November 1st, it didn't, I don't know, it didn't really require a lot of editing, and it wasn't that difficult. Not compared to some school projects I had, uh, uh, video production classes I was in. It wasn't as difficult. Um, Also, November 1st was like a 9-10 minute movie. It wasn't long. There wasn't all these scenes. It was literally Cassidy running around this whole motel from Michael Myers, and Michael Myers is chasing her all around the motel, and it's just this whole chase sequence the whole movie. And but I mean, I love the movie though, like for what it is. I mean, I directed that, and that was my first that was my introduction to my channel, and in terms of my movies. And so there's nostalgia there, and memories. So I love the movie, even though it's not my best movie. I still love it though, because it was the beginning. And just wow, the amount of fan films and short films that I made after November 1st. I wow, like going back to like when I was making that movie, and what I was thinking at the time. And um yeah, I still have a lot of the same movie ideas that I have now, because there's still a lot of um projects that I still want to make that I haven't made yet, for certain reasons. And also wanting to become more experienced as a director, and as a screenwriter. I like want to. I'm always trying to improve, get better, because I still have a lot to learn. Even though I've learned a lot, because I've been making fan films, short films since 2009. Um, it's not like I don't know anything about filmmaking, uh, but there are other directors that know a lot more than I do. Um, but I'm gonna learn more and more as time goes on. I'm 29, so I'm just gonna keep learning. And I learned more and more as a director by each movie that I made, being on location and directing people, and that whole process. That was more educational than I would imagine film school. I mean, I'm sure film school teaches you a lot of stuff, and that's great. I still haven't gone to film school, but I don't know, making all those fan films and short films through middle school, high school. I just learned so much, um, by that point. Even though I still had a lot more to learn, um, I was teaching myself a lot of how to be a filmmaker. It was a I no one in my family, or I had no friends that like wanted to be like a movie director and movie screenwriter and all that. Uh, I was really like, I remember the only one that had the excitement and passion and like uh, everything for wanting to write and direct movies. So that I always had that growing up, and I was like, I want to be a writer and director one day. Um, and I have to thank, despite how much I don't really like social media and the internet and all that. I'm from the '90s, sorry. But I am grateful though, because if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't be able to. If YouTube didn't exist, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't have had RBR Short 13. It wouldn't have been that way. I mean, if YouTube didn't exist, I uh, obviously would have looked for a different site to post my content. Um, but yeah, YouTube. I mean, that's yeah. Um, YouTube's been my life. Has been my life for a long, long, long time. Longer than when it wasn't my life or in my life. Um, so it's definitely just very, very just powerful. Um, and yeah, I mean it's emotional too. I mean, 15 years. Like I'm gonna be 30. Next year. So it's it's emotional, um, and just the fact I'm making the video happy 15 years, happy 15th anniversary since Halloween November 1st, filming it, my first fan film, first short film. It's just really, uh, it's, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like, so a long time ago, but I learned a lot, man, and I'm really grateful for that experience and um, how much I've learned since then. And thanks to Halloween November 1st, all the other fan films that I made after, and short films, and um, and what I learned from all of those movies. Each movie I just kept learning and learning and learning and learning. And all those views that I got right when the movie came out, the likes, the comments, I wasn't expecting that. People were asking for the second, a sequel, I remember. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I, I wasn't used to that, getting a bunch of likes and comments, and there wasn't likes though. It was a star rating system, which I did like more. Um, Now it's just like, dislike, and you can't even see the dislikes. Back when I first got on YouTube, you had a 5-star rating system, and it was awesome because that was so realistic of how to rate videos. Um, Liking something and then disliking something, it's just not. It's like, do you like this or do you not like this? It's very like forced. You know, and I liked that the star rating system because you I don't know, I felt like people were able to express how they felt about the video much better. Just seeing a like and just seeing dislike. I don't know, the star rating. So if a video was like 3 stars out of 5, 3.5 stars or 2 stars, I mean, you really could see how much people liked or didn't like um, a video, and there was just something really great about it. It was, honestly, it's one of the worst things YouTube has ever done was get rid of that 5-star rating system. I really missed that 5-star rating system. And November 1st, I remember seeing that it was like 3.5 to then to 4.5 stars. When it first came out, it was rated really good. I mean, when it did first come out in 2009, 2010, November 1st, people really liked it. And then as the 2010s went on, the more and more I would hear people, give their opinion of uh, that they didn't like it, why they didn't like it. But I would look back at it and I knew, you know, that I could be better than that in terms of a director. I also, and I already showed that with November 2nd. That's why the second one I used all still camera shots. Like I used one camera, same camera as November 1st, but it was always on a tripod, um, like majority of every single scene that I filmed. Or I would hold the tripod with the camera because I learned a lot how to use a tripod in school growing up. I was able to be educated on it, and so I just wanted to use a tripod for November 2nd because that was the biggest complaint that I had myself of November 1st was the way I filmed it. It was just holding it handheld and it was all shaky, and I wasn't too happy about that when I was editing the movie originally. And I remember stabilizing all the footage of November 1st as well because it was even shakier than what is actually seen, like how shaky the camera was. So And what was so cool was that iMovie '09, that was the first like um, editing system on Apple where you could on Mac where you could stabilize shaky video. And when that came out, that was huge. Um, that was a big deal. I remember being so excited because um, I'd always get like annoyed, if I shot a scene or any of just a video randomly and it was all shaky. I just always get like annoyed by that. So when that came out, I was like, that was so cool. But it inspired me to use a tripod more and pay attention more of how I filmed my scenes more. But yeah, November 1st, that's one of the only few of my movies that I didn't use a tripod. Majority of my movies I've used tripods. Um, uh, yeah, at least even in like one shot, I used a tripod. Like so, November 1st is probably the only movie out of all of my movies that was a full no tripod the whole time. But yeah, that's 15 years since I filmed Halloween November 1st. 15 years. Wow. Just it's very emotional, but I'm grateful for everything I learned making that movie and just how I've grown as a filmmaker since then. So thank you guys for watching. I can't wait for you guys to see my next fan films and short films and beyond. Um, who knows what my future projects entail. So we'll see where it all goes. But I have no plans stopping anytime soon. I love making movies. It's exciting, even when I get like some stress and anxiety from it. Um, it's still fun, and it's an amazing escape from a lot of things that I deal with. So I don't know who I'd be without movies, without filmmaking. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I found myself thanks to movies and being a filmmaker. It's where I found who I am, and that's really deep and powerful. Um, so, but yeah, thank you guys for watching all these years. Um, really grateful for you guys for watching all of my fan films, short films, and I can't wait for you guys to see what's next. I'm going to upload this as soon as I can. I'm editing New Ghostface at the moment, so it's a lot of that movie. I've been editing New Ghostface since the end of July, and it's just non-stopping. It's crazy. But it's definitely one of my biggest movies. I definitely went out with a bang in terms of doing like all my Scream fan films. Like this is a really great high note, and I want it to be the best uh, of all the Scream fan films I made. So I'm definitely taking my time on it and everything, and just making sure it's best as it can be. So I hope you guys enjoy the trailer that just came out, the final trailer for it, and December 25th when it comes out. So I'll upload this, get it published and everything on YouTube as soon as possible. So it may be uploaded on November 3rd or November 4th. But uh, I'm this video is for November 1st, and I recorded it basically like midnight of November 2nd. So still technically November 1st. All right, guys, thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you all very soon. All right, peace.